Hello, I'd like to give you a brief overview of the Experiment 1 Scientific Writing and Integrity's final report. In this assignment, you're going to want to open up the Experiment 1 PDF file, which is the link shown in the assignment description. So you're just going to click on that. It's going to take you right back to the modules, and you're going to need to open up that link 111 Lab Manual 2019 Fall Experiment 1. It should open up for you right there in Canvas. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and just download the PDF file. You're going to want to read through this document in detail. Once you've read through it and thought about it a bit, you're going to answer each one of the individual questions under the heading Procedure, and then you're going to answer all of the questions under the heading Analysis. This is not going to look like your normal lab report with an introduction, a methods, a discussion, and a conclusions. Instead, you're just going to have this heading of procedure, and you're going to make a numbered list, number 1, number 2, number 3, and you're going to include your answers to those numbered items in one Word document. It's that one Word document that you are going to submit to the assignment box down here at the bottom, and that's Turnitin. Your version of the screen is going to look a little bit different than mine because I have the instructor view, but your version is going to show you how to upload your document. Okay, so you're going to do one Word document with your answer to all of these questions and upload it directly to this assignment. One thing I do want you to know is that you are going to be asked to do some library searches, and I know everybody's probably not on campus, so I wanted to kind of demonstrate for you real fast how you can access the UK libraries. If you go to the UK homepage, uky.edu, click up here in the upper right corner, that search button. That's going to pop open a search screen, and you can just type in library. Once that search loads, you should see a link to the homepage for the University of Kentucky Libraries. You can go ahead and click on it, and that brings you to the search engine InfoCat discovery for the UK libraries. In that search bar, you're going to search for the Journal of the American Chemical Society. Hit search, and it's going to pull up all the different ways that it can access the Journal of the American Chemical Society, or JACS. All right, so once that loads, we can find the main, and we can find down here at the bottom a little bit the Journal of the American Chemical Society online. That's the one that we want. And we can see that we've got this yellow notification saying that we can access many materials online by signing in. You can either do that now, or you can go ahead and click on that link directly to the journal. And when you get there, you're going to be asked to sign in for more options. So we're just going to click that sign in button. And then it's going to ask you to use your UKY credentials. So we are just going to sign in using our UKY login credentials. So when we click on the link now that we can access full text, it's going to open up our journal in a new window, and we can click on any one of the volumes listed there. We can start scrolling through, and we can see that we can now click on the PDF, and that PDF will load, and we can now see the full text of that PDF document. I'd also like to mention in regards to our experiment number 1, usually when you submit an assignment to Canvas, you can see the grading rubric down at the bottom. But because we are using the Turnitin app embedded within our assignment, the grading rubric isn't going to be visible here. That doesn't mean, however, that I didn't make that grading rubric unavailable to you. What you can do is look through Experiment 1 module. You'll see that there is an Experiment 1 rubric PDF file that is available to you in the module. So if we go back to modules, scroll down there to experiment number 1. We're going to look through our options, and we see that we have an Experiment 1 rubric. If you just click on that, the grading rubric will load, and you can read through the grading rubric to see what kind of requirements, what kind of things we're looking for in this assignment. One thing I do want to draw your attention to is this is going to be the only lab which we are going to be specifically looking in detail at your citations. And our TAs are going to be grading for very specific things in the grading rubric. So you need to go through this rubric when you're working through the assignment and look at it in detail. And you should notice here, like, we're looking for the authorship in your citation. Those names need to be spelled out. And unlike what we see with MLA, I do want to see all of the author's names listed and all of them spelled out, regardless of however many that there are. So you'll want to spell out the author's last name, comma, first name for the first author, and then list all the rest of them first name, last name, separated by commas. Then you're going to want to include the title of the journal article. That is going to be in quotation marks. Remember, we got to be specific. At the end of the title goes a period. You're going to need to include the journal title, the name of the journal. Okay, and that's going to need to be italicized, followed by a comma at the end, and that's following the MLA style given in the 8th edition of the MLA style guide. After the name of the journal, you want to give the volume number. MLA now wants it with the VOL period abbreviation, followed by the volume number, and then a comma. I want to see issues numbers after that. MLA says you'll abbreviate that as NO, so number period 3, for instance, followed by yet another comma. Then you'll want to give the year of the publication, followed by another comma. And then this page numbers. MLA now says it's okay for you to abbreviate page using P period, followed by a single page number, or PP period if you have multiple pages that are consecutive, separating them by a hyphen and a period at the end. You are most likely going to be accessing all of the journal articles through the web, probably through UK Library's website. So if you're going to go in and access the Journal of the American Chemical Society, you're going to do that through the web. So you're going to want to indicate that by including the website address for where you found the PDF of that journal article. And after that website address, you're going to want to include the date accessed. So that's the day, the month, and the year. And at the end of that, a period. Okay, please pay very close attention to how you're writing your citations and spend some time before you submit your report going over the updated grading rubric and making sure that what you are submitting is following our grading guidelines.